Hello everyone, my name is Ankit Nanwal and today we will be doing some numerical part based on the first unit that we have studied. So the numerical one says that a box of weight 10 kilonewton resting on an inclined surface as shown in figure. You need to find out. So this is the inclined surface in which this box has been kept which is inclined at 20 degree with the x-axis. Okay, now what we will do, we need to calculate first, we need to calculate the normal component normal component and second one, we need to calculate the parallel component parallel component. So first of all, what we will do for calculation of normal component, first of all we will see where the weight is acting. So this is the box that has been kept on an inclined surface. So weight will be always acting vertically downwards. That is how much? 10 kilonewton. Okay. Now one reaction, that is normal reaction, will be acting on the box that is always perpendicular to the surface. That is normal reaction. This is the normal component, we need to calculate its value, and one we need to calculate the parallel component. So for calculating those components, we need to resolve the components. So how we will be resolving the component? Since it is an inclined plane, I have told you that you need to consider the Cartesian system as inclined. So this will be the x-axis and this will be the y-axis. So W weight is acting this way. This is 20-degree angle. Now we are considering the Cartesian system. So here this will be the Cartesian system. Okay. Now this angle will be how much? This is 20 degree, this will be 90 degree, and this angle will be how much? 70 degrees. So remaining will be, this one will be 20 degree. Okay, so if this angle is 20 degrees, so this is W component, so this angle will be W cos theta and this will be W sin theta. So first of all we need to calculate the normal component. So which one is normal component? Normal component will be this one, which will be balancing by this component. So we need to calculate the normal component. So summation of Fy equal to 0. If this box need to be at equilibrium in this surface, so summation of all the forces in y direction should be 0. So since normal is going upwards, we are taking upward forces positive and downward forces negative. Okay, so what will be the equation? Positive, normal is positive as it is going upward, and W cos theta is negative as it is going downward. So equal to, it should be 0. So normal component will be W cos theta. Here W is 10 kilonewton and cos theta is 20 degree. Now you need to calculate the value of cos 20. So cos 20 value comes out to be 0.96, 0.93. Okay, so it will be 10 into 0.939. So it will come out to be 9.39 kilonewton. So this is the normal component. Now we need to calculate the parallel component. So parallel component will be W sin theta. So W sin theta value will be, as it is the parallel component, so parallel component come out to be W is 10 and sin 20 degree. Now calculate the value of sin 20 degree. It comes out to be 0.342. So 10 into 0.342, it will come out to be 3.42 kilo Newton. So this is how you need to calculate the components. Now the second numerical says a system of forces acting at a point on a body as shown in figure. Determine the resultant force. You need to calculate the resultant force that is acting on the body. So this is the point where all the forces are acting. this is the Cartesian system, x-axis this way and y-axis this way. Okay, now you need to, these all forces are acting at an angle. Now you have to resolve all the forces, and then you have to see the direction, if it is in x direction or y direction. Then you need to simply, by with the help of the forces direction, you need to calculate the resultant. So now what you will do, first of all you need to calculate the angle for those which has not been given here. Now it has been given, ratio of the inclination has been given, that is 2:1. So if this, you need to calculate this angle, suppose this is theta 1. For calculation of theta 1 you need to, if it is rising by 1 and 1:2, so tan theta will be perpendicular upon base, and with the help of this theta will be tan inverse of half. So the value of theta will be, value of theta comes out to be 26.56. Okay, now you have calculated the value of theta 1 here. Now for suppose this is theta 2, so for calculating theta 2, what will be the angle? Tan theta 2 equal to perpendicular upon base 4 by 3. So you will calculate the value, tan theta 2 will be tan inverse 4 by 3. The value will come out to be 53.13. Okay, now you have calculated the value of theta 1 and theta 2, and other angles are given. Now you need to resolve the components. So how will you resolve? So this force is 200 Newton and it is acting at an angle of 26.56 degree. So this component in the x direction will be 200 cos theta 1, and this in y direction will be 200 sine theta 1. Now this force component has been resolved. Now take the other force, that is 120 Newton. 120 Newton, this is theta 2. So this component of this value will be, in this direction will be 120 cos theta 2, and for y direction this will be 120 cos, sine theta 2. Now these two forces has been resolved. Now these two, this is 50 Newton and this component will be 50 cos 60 degree. Okay, now other component will be sine component, it is in this direction, so it will be 50 sine 60 degree. Okay, now this force component will be 100 Newton, so this in this direction will be 100 cos 40 degree. Okay, now other component in this direction will be 100 sine 40 degree. Now all the component has been resolved. Now what you have to do, you need to see the forces direction, which forces are acting in x direction and which forces are acting in y direction. Now after resolving the component, you have to calculate the summation of fx and summation of fy equal to summation of forces in x direction will be, suppose you are taking these forces direction positive and these forces negative. So the forces that are acting in positive direction are these. One is 200 cos theta 1 is 26.56 degree and plus 100 sine 40 degree. Now these are the forces that are acting in x direction, positive direction. Now negative will be these two, the other direction, that is 120 cos theta 2. Theta 2 value is 53.13 minus 50 sine 60 degree. Now this is the summation of forces in x direction. Now you solve these equation. So after solving these equation, you will get the value as 146.2 Newton force. Okay. Calculation of summation of forces in y direction will be, see all the forces. Suppose I am taking upward going forces positive and downward going force negative. So see the diagram. Upward forces, these two, that is 200 sine theta 1 is 26.56 degree, plus the other one is 120 sine theta 2, that is 120 sine theta 2 is 53.13. Other two forces are negative as these two are going downward, that is 100 cos 40 degree, that is 100 cos 40 degree, minus this one 50 cos 60 degree, 50 cos 60 degree. Now after solving this equation, you will get the value as 65.5 Newton. Now you have calculated the forces in x direction and y direction. This is the summation of all the forces. Now for calculating the resultant, you have to do the summation as square root of summation of fx square plus summation of fy square. So put the values and get the answer. Resultant of the I hope this formula, you are knowing that this is the fx fy component, this is the fx component, and this is the resultant value. When the two components are at 90 degree, the vector addition of the resultant will be like this: fx square plus summation of fy square. Put the value of fx as 146.2 whole square plus 65.5 whole square, and after solving you will get 160.2 Newton. Okay, so this is the value of resultant. This is, you need to calculate the resultant. So I hope you all are clear with the concept that how you need to resolve the component and how you need to calculate the resultant of the force. As these force is a vector quantity, so we have done a vector addition here. Okay, so this is the formula that you are getting, that a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Here theta value is 90 degree, so cos 90 is 0, so that term has been neglected here. Okay, now for calculating the resultant angle with the x-axis, you will do that. If you want to calculate the resultant angle, that suppose it is having a value alpha, how will you calculate the value of alpha? You need this component will be equal to this component, so 10 alpha will be equal to, that is fy upon fx. So for calculating the value, you will get 10 inverse of fy component is 65.5 upon 146.2. So the answer will be, comes out to be 24.1 degree. So this is the angle with the x-axis of the result. So these all are the concepts that are based on the resolution of forces.